Every time you come around, you know I can't say no. Every time the sun goes down, I let you take control. I can feel the paradise before my world implodes. And tonight had something wonderful. My bad habits lead to...
I've never seen anybody sort of come to prominence faster in our world, and that's led to a lot of speculation that you're a CIA officer in disguise.
Or I'm like Mossad.
Yeah,
Kamala.
Mossad. I hadn't even seen that, but yeah, probably Mossad, I guess. How the hell did you get so famous so fast? Where did you come from, and how did you decide to do this?
I'll never get used to it. It's wild. I had really good timing. I started on TikTok right when the censorship wasn't too bad. And then I got onto X right as Diddy was happening. And then Candace found my Diddy reporting and kind of boosted me there. And then I intentionally got onto YouTube after Trump was elected so that I wouldn't be throttled by old YouTube policies. But ultimately, I don't know, man. It's been crazy. It's been a wild ride.
Ian Carroll, I have wanted to meet you. I'm grateful you're here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
So I just want to understand one story. I want to know what we know about the biggest mass shooting in American history in Las Vegas, 2017. I spent a full year looking into it, got nowhere. Good evening and welcome to Tucker Carlson Tonight. We're broadcasting this evening in unseasonably cold weather from Las Vegas, site of the deadliest mass shooting in American history. It's been 2 months since Stephen Paddock murdered 58 people. It happened right behind where I'm sitting right now. Despite a lengthy and expensive investigation, a huge number of unanswered questions, some of them the most basic questions about that shooting, remain unanswered. We've come here in a search for answers, and we're going to devote a portion of the show to that in a minute. Tape was given to us by a lawyer who represents several shooting victims. None of this has been shown in public before. Craig Island is a lawyer representing several of the victims of the Vegas attack, and he joins us tonight. Craig, thanks for coming on. You're, I think, one of the few people who's been to the scene of the crime.
Yes, sir.
And did anything useful come out of that? Did you learn anything?
We learned several things. Number one, we do know that the FBI has taken all of the bullet marks and all of the bullet holes and assumed all the bullets.
Rows of houses all bearing down on me. I can feel the hands touching me. All these things into position. All these things will one day swallow whole. Before we all go under.
Other than increasingly skeptical of the story we were told, but I really don't. There's a lot I don't know. So will you lay out what we do know?
Yeah. I mean, first, the most important thing to highlight is that I'd bet that a lot of people, when you started that sentence, don't know what the most deadly mass shooting in American history is. Because I think that most Americans have forgotten about the Las Vegas shooting because it just got poofed right out of the news after like a week. And they just never brought it up again, basically. And then there was actually disinformation poured in to try to stop journalists and investigators and regular citizens from uncovering basic truths, from getting basic disclosure.
Can you be specific? What does that mean? Disinformation poured in of what kind?
Well, I think we'll get there right in the story. But before we start the story, it's important to give myself context in that I wasn't there and I wasn't researching at the time. And so the actual work of what we do know was done by a bunch of citizen journalists, a bunch of really incredible researchers.
Drove my dogs over to this area, and I got out of the car about 10:04. And as I was getting out of the car, I looked, down this way to the east, and I saw a plane make this bank to the south. I mean, I've never seen a turn like this before. It banked really sharply to the south, like a car would swerve to avoid a person or something. That dramatic a turn. 3 helicopters. One between the Delano and the Luxor in the stadium. We might not be able to see it now because the stadium, if it was flying there today, because the stadium would be blocking the view. It was flying that low. And then there's another one about a third of the height between Delano and Mandalay Bay. And that was, and then there's another one that was on top of the roof.
At the time, which I'm going to try to kind of shout out as we go through it, because I didn't do any of the original research. I came in long after the fact and did my research and found all of their work. And
well, you have a talent for synthesizing. So
I mean, that's what I try to do. Is I'm good at getting eyes on stories. And a lot of the best researchers and journalists are just good at the information itself, at the journalism.
That's exactly right.
And we kind of need these different people in these different lanes to sort of help each other out and work together in order to get the story done, but then also get it out to as many people as possible. And this one is so important, as I think we'll talk through here, not just in that it's the most deadly mass shooting in American history, but in that it has very direct political and geopolitical implications for what's happening today on the world stage. Depending what theory you subscribe to about what really happened. But the basics of what happened is we're told that Stephen Paddock, this disgruntled 60-something like real estate guy, ex-gun guy, thought he was a hot shot, but was failing at life. And he was slipping in his mental health. He had a gambling problem and, all these little explanations they kind of give after the fact. And he wound up going to Las Vegas. And there's so many places here where I'm going to have to sort of say, first they told us this, and then they told us this, and then they told us this. And first they said he checked into the hotel the day before the shooting, but it was later revised because it was obvious that he had checked in like 5 or 6 days before the shooting on the 25th of September. And he checks in, and over a series of days, he lugs up, I think, 22 bags of weapons and ammunition to his hotel room, suite 32-135. He had 2 suites, 32-135 and 32-136 that were adjoining. And he rents it alone with no one else on the room, though we later learned that that wasn't true.
How much do you know about the Vegas thing? Is it true
Not
that there's
enough, but that's
3
never
women
stopped
that were
me
checked
before.
into the room with him?
And he's registered there with 3 other females. I don't know if you want all their names. Are you there? Yeah, there's 3 other females staying there with him.
And he stocks it with all these weapons, which were mostly all AR platforms with bump stocks. Very important that you know they were bump stocks, because that's evil and makes no sense. And then there's this country music concert on October 1st, down outside of the Mandalay Bay across the street in this big parking lot with thousands of attendees. And we'll kind of circle back to this endlessly, I think, as we unpack what really happened and what people really discovered about it. But there's some stuff with the security guard that gets an alert about the doors or about, what's going on in the room. And he winds up there and gets shot at through the doors. And initially we were told that that happened after the shooting. Then it was revised to before. Then it was during the shooting. So there's some security guard stuff in the hallway, but what the public experienced was they're at this Jason Aldean concert, and at 10:05 in the evening, a couple of distinct pops ring out over the concert that we have on footage.
Yes, you heard I was put onto the metal on
We have footage of all sorts of shit around this story. And you can hear the pops, individual pop, 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 pop kind of things. And then about a minute later at 10:06, automatic gunfire just starts.
Say, Ahmed, what is that thing you people do when you're about to assassinate an infidel?
Ah, you mean this?
Oh, God, yes, I love that.
I would tell someone to pick it back up just a little bit.
What's going on?
Cracking in the night, and people start to run, they start to scatter. Jason Aldean still doesn't realize what's going on because the concert is super loud and he's got his monitors going and all this stuff, even though most of the eyewitnesses that were there claimed that the first shots sounded like they were coming from the stage. They sounded like they were very close is what witnesses described. They sounded like they were coming at them from right there at the stage.
A high output rifle or some kind of aircraft, and it's not cool. We're running from here. We went back to my hotel.
We thought it was a helicopter.
I almost felt like there was a helicopter above us shooting. It was so bizarre, like a war sound.
And then I started hearing helicopters, and I came back again, and the helicopters were shining their lights in pretty much right at me at one point. Apparently
that's due to a helicopter hovering overhead.
Helicopters. We thought it was a helicopter, and the farther I ran, the gunfire got louder, and it felt like it was getting closer, like they were right behind you, which led us to think there were multiple shooters. It sounded like they were super close behind us. Yeah. And the farther you ran, the closer they got.
By the second volley, which came a little less than a minute later, Jason Aldean realizes he gets pulled off stage and everyone's scattering. And then over the course of about 9 to 10 minutes, 12 volleys of automatic gunfire ring out in the night and are captured on body cams. They're captured on cell phone videos. They're captured on, various recordings. And you can hear them all across the Las Vegas Strip. And then the official story is that Stephen Paddock, barricaded in his room up on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay, he's knocked out a window so he can shoot through the window. He's actually knocked out a window in both of these suites.
Catch right here. We are facing north.
Just confirming that is you guys. That's in the broken window that faces the left floor.
We are facing the left floor. We do not have a broken window.
Okay, copy. It looks like you might have another room that has a broken window that also faces the left floor off that north end. There's a little bit of movement unknown if it's going to be the curtains or not. I'm going to be working to get a better eye on it.
Catch right here. We are facing north.
Just confirming that is you guys. That's in the broken window that faces the left floor.
We are facing the left floor. We do not have a broken window.
Okay, copy. It looks like you might have another room that has a broken window that also faces the left floor off that north end. There's a little bit of movement unknown if it's going to be the curtains or not. I'm going to be working to get a better eye on it.
Okay, stand by. We've got curtains open on a window that's not broken. We're looking for broken. Okay, it is us. We have the broken window.
That's us, Carrier.
Corey, Todd. Go ahead, Todd.
If you can raise a CT, ask them to contact the hotel if they can turn on one of these elevators and get there quicker.
Copy that.
Is it? Okay.
Lieutenant Mueller, Kevin.
They have security down at the
Go ahead.
space as well.
I'm just waiting for you on the 14th.
And he's running back and forth between them and shooting his bolt action rifle and then shooting his bump stock ARs and spraying this concert with bullets. And he allegedly shot more than 1,000 rounds from that room, used multiple ARs, even though one would have done the trick. And then, allegedly, he just got bored or sick of it and just committed suicide with no cops at the door, with no reason to stop, with no real explanation for why he stopped. He just stopped, shot himself in the head with a revolver, and that was the end of the shooting, and no other shooting took place. No other gunmen were there. No other things happened that night at all. That's the official narrative. Just this one guy with no motive, no manifesto, no explanation of why. Just did that and then checked out. In the meantime, the concert's tripping out. There's all sorts of other things that are definitively happening all across the Las Vegas Strip, in the air, at the airport, at the other casinos, which we'll get to. But the police response to the alleged lone gunman is this security guard that had come up and had gotten shot at, he had discovered that the door to that floor from the stairwell was bolted shut. And so he had gone up the elevator, and then at that point had gotten shot at through the door. We found out that there was cameras kind of set up outside the room, so someone had visibility outside the room. But so the cops get up into the stairwell right by this guy's room, and they are within a minute or two of the shooting ending. They're like outside the stairwell door.
Have somebody hurt? Any of you guys shot? Have you had anybody inside here? Any gunshots in here?
167 Kennedy, what's your location?
You heard the gunshots coming from upstairs. Has anybody been on 32 yet? Okay, has this been cleared yet? Has this floor been cleared yet? Okay, you guys post up here. We're going to clear this floor. Ready? Reach up. Reach up. Hold on 1 second. Team on floor 32, 590K. You copy that we're making entry.
590K, repeat last 67 Victor.
Just letting you know we're making entry onto floor 32, so when you see us coming.
Listen to me, you need to be careful of booby traffic. Are you coming up the stairwell or are you coming up the elevator?
We're in the stairwell on the 300 side.
That's barricaded, and they're just waiting there. And they wind up waiting there allegedly for SWAT teams to show up so that they can bust through that door. And then over an hour after the shooting has ended and he's allegedly shot himself, finally the SWAT, which we'll get to, has busted through the stairwell door, and they're on the floor, and then they breach his hotel room door. And we have one body cam of this that is very suspicious. And he's dead there on the floor, and they secure the room, and it's all over. But immediately, the public was completely not with that explanation, because everyone that had been there had experienced something completely different than that. And everything that was coming out from the LVMPD, Las Vegas Metro Police Department, they had changed their stories had been strange during the night. Things that had obviously happened, things that were recorded on body cams, things that had been witnessed all across the Las Vegas Strip were completely absent from what they were telling people had happened. And every single person that was there had heard the gunfire that was clearly not the firing of AR platforms. It was clearly some sort of, and I'm not the weapons expert on this, but there's lots of them there. It was a country music concert, and the consensus was that it sounded like belt-fed machine guns of some sort. And when you watch the video footage, which is available online, and we'll talk about some cool resources online, the video footage very clearly can be heard that this is something else, but you can also hear that there's multiple guns being fired at once. And you can hear that some of these machine guns are in different locations while they're simultaneously firing, just from the way they sound.
Now it sounds like it's coming from farther away.
Lots of different stuff going on just in those 12 volleys of automatic gunfire. But just to sort of tease out the audience on how many things we're going to have to talk about to get to the bottom of this, we have, for example, at midnight, more than like an hour and a half after this guy's allegedly shot himself in the head, we have at least 9 different police body cams that are public on the internet right now that you can go watch, where all 9 of them at 11:59, I think it is, all of them in different locations around the strip record like 7 to 5 volleys of automatic gunfire somewhere down by the Bellagio.
We are not. Oh shit. Shots fired. MGM. We are not. Oh shit. Shots fired. MGM. We are not. Oh shit. We are not. Oh shit.
Shots being fired.
We are not. We are not. We are not. Oh shit. 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 We are not. We are not. Oh shit. 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 Shots fired. MGM possible CP. There's 434 right there. CP. There's 434 right there. There's 434 right there. There's 434 right there. We are not. Oh shit. We are not. Oh shit. We are not. Oh shit.
And I say 7 to 5 because some of their body cams capture the later 5 and some of them capture an earlier 2 as well. And in between there, you can hear the police dispatch saying, we got reports of shots at Bellagio. And then all throughout the night, there's all sorts of body cam footage talking about, we've got a suspect at Tropicana, we got a gunman at Tropicana, we've got someone at Bellagio, we got someone in the Mirage. There's basically something is happening at various times throughout the night, generally in a northward pattern at almost every casino on the Strip. Some of them are far more corroborated than others. Like the Bellagio, there is dozens and dozens and dozens of 911 calls. There's body cam footage with stuff like I just described. So there's stuff happening in the casinos that clearly doesn't line up with one lone gunman in one window that's been dead for an hour, 2 hours by the time these reports are coming in.
Oh, okay. But we have a gunshot wound to the head in 5224. They have to bring her down. AMR has been ordered not to enter any properties because of the active shooter threat.
Right.
Can you guys assist with that? Or
Absolutely. Where's she at?
5224.
5224.
The left side
Okay.
of the pit because I was told to post up here.
Okay. All right, go and show us the way.
5224. TLM bar?
Yeah.
Go around it. Red doors at the end. It's going to be the second floor, 5224.
If you're not the police, leave the floor. Okay.
Right there.
Right here, this one. Good. Police!
Hold on. We're going to get it. Hold on 1 second. Jesus Christ, we don't know. He's shot in the fucking head.
Okay, come on. Who shot? Come on.
Are we good or not?
Hey, clean. Move.
Everybody out of the room.
Come on, you.
Move. Let me see your hands.
Grab your stuff.
Go down to the casino floor. We need to clear it out. I don't care. Get out.
Everybody stop. Calm down.
Move.
Fine, guys.
Move. All right, let's go.
Hey,
Come on.
sorry.
Can I go with him? Nope, absolutely not. Come on. Hey, I got you. But the people in uniform take handle of it, okay?
Someone hold on to the other side.
Got it?
Yep, got it. You got it. Go.
Then there's stuff that happens at the airport. And there's lots of stuff that happens at the airport, but
Move Harry Clarence off the airport situation. Move Harry Clarence off the airport situation. Move Harry Clarence off the airport situation. And just be advised, there's an active shooter on the airport. This is a blanket broadcast for all aircraft. Just a heads up. Keep your speed up to the ramp and
simple tease of that is that we actually have the audio from the control tower, air traffic control, saying, I think it's about an hour. What would it be? It's not an hour. It's at 10:35. So Paddock allegedly kills himself somewhere around 10:16 to 10:18. At 10:35, air traffic control says we have an active shooter on the runway.
On the runway?
On the runway. And we have a really...
On the airport runway.
On the airport runway.
At McCarran, at the main...
McCarran, yeah.
And just be advised, there's an active shooter on the airport. This is a blanket broadcast for all aircraft. Just a heads up, keep your speed up to the ramp and...
Wow.
Although they renamed it. But yeah, at McCarran Airport.
The Harry Reid.
Yeah, which is right there next to the concert. It's like, 2 blocks over.
Yeah, that's the in-town airport.
Every time you come around, you know I can't say no. Every time the sun goes down, I let you take on